Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0705-9F P0706 indicates a transmission range switch circuit open issue in the Honda CR-V 2023 model. The transmission range switch plays a vital role in communicating the vehicle's gear selection to the transmission control module, TCM. If the TCM detects that it cannot detect the ATP-FWD signal during operations, it considers it a fault and stores this DTC. This problem can result in various driving issues, including inability to shift gears or operate the vehicle normally. The trouble codes are specific to instances where multiple shift positions do not yield expected signals, ensuring that the vehicle's transmission system is functioning as it should. Effectively, the TCM relies on inputs from numerous sensors and switches to determine gear engagement and position. Therefore, thorough inspection and understanding of the related components and circuits are essential for diagnosis and repair. The transmission range switch is essential for proper gear indication and provides the TCM with information about the current transmission state. It is located in the transmission assembly, typically on the side of the transmission housing, to directly detect the switch positions. The key role of the transmission range switch is to relay signals corresponding to various gear positions such as park, P, reverse, R, neutral, N, drive, and others to the TCM. If there is an open circuit in this switch, the TCM will not receive accurate information, leading to potential drivability issues. Malfunctioning signals from this switch can directly hinder the vehicle's ability to change gears smoothly and can result in stored DTC codes indicating failures in this circuit. Understanding the function and placement of this switch is crucial in diagnosing why the TCM is unable to register specific signals. There are several potential causes for DTC P0705-9F P0706, each pointedly affecting the functionality of the transmission range switch circuit. A faulty transmission range switch itself is a common culprit. Over time, wear and tear or internal component failure could result in malfunctioning signals being sent to the TCM. Additionally, wiring issues such as frayed, damaged, or disconnected wires can result in open circuits affecting signal transmission. This wiring can lead to intermittent faults, where the switch may appear functional at times and fail at others. Another possible cause is a faulty TCM, which may not interpret the signals correctly, even when the switch and wiring are functioning properly. Each of these factors must be investigated thoroughly to ensure a comprehensive approach to troubleshooting the DTC. With DTC P0705-9F P0706, drivers may experience a range of symptoms that significantly affect vehicle performance. One of the most noticeable symptoms is the inability to shift gears, which can lead to unsafe driving conditions and compromised vehicle functionality. In addition, drivers might observe warning lights illuminated on the dashboard, particularly transmission-related symbols that indicate a fault in the system. These alerts serve as important indicators to take action and perform diagnostics. Lastly, an unresponsive transmission can arise, particularly in automatic vehicles, where failure to engage the proper gear can leave the vehicle stuck in one range, rendering it undrivable. Recognizing these symptoms is critical for timely diagnosis and repair of the underlying issues causing the DTC. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0705-9F P0706 involves checking the shift cable adjustment. An improperly adjusted shift cable may result in incorrect signals being sent to the TCM. Therefore, ensure all connections are snug and appropriately aligned. Following that, switch the vehicle to on mode to facilitate diagnostics. This allows the onboard systems to activate and makes it possible to test various functions. The next part involves comparing the transmission range switch signal inputs with the predetermined normal values. This comparison helps identify any discrepancies that might indicate whether the switch is functioning as intended. It's essential to perform these checks sequentially as they lay the groundwork for more in-depth diagnostics. The second troubleshooting step is to conduct a thorough test of the transmission range switch itself. This test is essential for determining if the switch is transmitting correct signals. Disconnection of the transmission range switch, connector 10P, is required during the inspection process. Next, inspect external circuits for any faults such as open wires or electrical interruptions affecting signal transmission. This investigation entails examining related components like the transmission control module, TCM, and associated wiring harnesses to locate any possible issues. Wiring issues often contribute to problems in the operation of the transmission range switch and the TCM. After completing the inspections, the state of the connector terminals must also be evaluated to ensure they are clean and free from corrosion or damage. In this troubleshooting step, focus shifts towards inspecting the functionality of the transmission control module, TCM. If previous checks on associated components exhibit normal conditions, it suggests that the TCM may be defective. Thus, confirm input and output signals of the TCM to validate its operational health. Conduct final checks to ensure all wiring and connectors are intact and functioning as expected. If everything else is deemed operational, the TCM is likely the source of the issue. In summary, the goal is to eliminate all other potential faults, establishing clear evidence that points to the TCM's failure as the root cause of the DTC storage. After performing repairs related to DTC P0705-9F-P0706, it is vital to implement a final repair verification process. This involves verifying that all repairs made contribute to resolving the initial issue effectively. Conduct a test drive of the vehicle to observe its operational characteristics in driving conditions. This dynamic testing is critical in assessing whether the symptoms persist after repairs. Additionally, after the test drive, perform a diagnostic scan to check for any recurrence of the DTC. A successful resolution should ideally return a clean diagnostic report without errors indicating that the issues have been addressed adequately. Engaging in preventive maintenance is crucial to minimize the risk of DTC P0705-9F, P0706 recurring in the future. Regular component inspections of the transmission range switch and TCM will help in identifying early signs of wear or damage. This proactive approach can potentially avoid costly repairs. Furthermore, ensure that all wiring connections are maintained properly, as even minor corrosion or damage can lead to serious electrical issues down the line. It is equally important to service the transmission system according to manufacturer guidelines to ensure long-term functionality and compatibility of various components. Keeping an eye on these aspects will increase the chances of maintaining optimal vehicular performance and reliability. In conclusion, addressing DTC P0705-9F, P0706 requires a comprehensive understanding of transmission-related components, such as the transmission range switch and the TCM. Following systematic troubleshooting steps is vital for diagnosing and effectively resolving the issue without overlooking potential causes. The careful inspection of wiring, connectors, and the switching mechanism contributes significantly to successful problem resolution. Additionally, implementing preventive measures ensures that similar issues do not arise in the future, thus enhancing vehicle longevity. By leveraging knowledge of the diagnostic process combined with diligent maintenance practices, vehicle owners and technicians can work together to uphold optimal performance and enjoy a smoother driving experience. please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.